Over the past few months, construction industry news headlines have been filled with talk of material shortages. Here in the demolition industry, while it has been impacted by the wider supply chain, those shortages haven't actually hit us directly. In fact, the sector continues to be a key supplier of valuable materials. That's because demolition contractors have become remarkably adept at producing their own materials. And one of the companies at the forefront of facilitating that vital production of materials is MB Crusher. As you're about to hear, the company produces a huge range of attachments that allow materials to be crushed, screened, handled and processed before going back into the construction sector. So this is MB Crusher.
In the last year, 2 years, we're seeing a great growth of material reuse. Small companies, big companies, it doesn't matter who, everyone needs the material to complete their projects in the construction industry. So from what we see, it's something that will continue to grow with the next years, especially now that the demand is growing due to the HS2 project, which obviously involves a lot of material going to them.
So what materials would you say are best suited to recycling?
Our equipment is made to work with all construction material. So all inert materials, we go from the usual concretes to rocks, granite, even wood if necessary. So we try to cover the complete range, allowing all kind of projects to be able to use our equipment.
So can the MB Crusher range deal with reinforced concrete?
The answer is yes. MB is made to deal with reinforced concrete, and this is a great benefit because using just a crusher bucket, you're able to, let's say, almost separate the concrete from the rebar and reuse the material directly without having any kind of problems. And this is a great advantage on a site.
I guess one of the key benefits of on-site crushing is creating materials that can be used for future construction for that very site. But are construction companies and legislators actually willing to accept recycled materials these days?
Well, yeah, 100%. Consider a thing, our crusher bucket works in the same way of a mobile crusher. So the material that you're getting in output has the same quality. So it's regular, it comes at the output size you need, and it's perfect for any kind of project.
We've talked briefly there about materials that we are outputting, but what about the materials coming in? Certainly here in the UK, we've got issues with fuel shortages, we've got issues with delivery driver shortages, and we've got issues with material shortages, which is affecting the ability to manufacture. If somebody wanted an MB Crusher bucket tomorrow, can they get one? What are lead times looking like at the moment?
Well, first, we're able to supply the buckets in very short time. If you need the bucket tomorrow, we should be able to give you the solution because we have local partners everywhere in the UK, and this is a strong point for us because we know how important it is to have the attachments when you need them and not having to wait weeks, maybe years, to start your job. Beside that, you were talking about the fuel source shortage and all that problems that currently are in the UK. That's another important step that MB brings to their customers. Having a crusher bucket on site means that, you don't need to move the material back and forth. You don't need someone to bring you stuff. You can just work everything directly there and take away all those problems that right now companies in the UK are having.
Obviously, we're familiar with the crusher buckets, but there's more to MB Crusher than just crushers. You've just unveiled a new line of grapples for the demolition sector. So take me through the other parts of the product range.
Well, MB can't stop growing at the moment. We're really looking to the future, and that's why we recently added 3 new grabs to complete our range, and some months before, also a new shaft screener for the big range excavator. So we really aim to complete the excavator range, but not only, also the skid steers, the telehandlers, telescopic. We want to be everywhere, allowing anyone to use our products. Beside the grabs and the crusher buckets, we offer two kinds of screening buckets, the rotary screening bucket and the chef screener. And paired with that, we also have the drum cutter.
So where could viewers find out more if they want to find out more about the MB crusher range?
MB is a bit everywhere. You find us on socials from Facebook, Instagram, and just typing us up on the web.